Hi everyone. I hope everyone is finding this video in a good place in their life. Um, my name is Roxana Collins. I'm a licensed life, health, and accident agent in about 10 states. And I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of getting an accidental death insurance policy. Now, I am a clear advocate on preparing to live or planning to live. However, we can't control everything. As much as we want to control everything, we just can't. Accidents do happen. And I'm actually contracted with a carrier that is offering a benefit, an accidental death insurance benefit. The premiums are low and the levels of coverage are high. Now, you can get a plan with coverage as low as 50,000, or you can get a plan that is as high as $500,000 in coverage. Um, I really today want to reach out and talk to my individuals between the ages of 18 and 50, because individuals between that age, they actually qualify for the return of premium benefit. So what that means is you pay your premium on a monthly basis, and then over time you actually qualify to get a percentage of that premium back if you were to cancel that policy. Or Lord forbid, if you were to die from some type of event other than an accident, there would actually be some form of return of premium to your beneficiary or your family or your estate or however that may be. Now, for you to become 100% eligible to receive your full amount back that you've paid out over the years for your policy, um, you would have to have had this accidental death life insurance policy for 30 plus years to get that full amount back. Now, again, as I stated earlier, I am an individual that plans to live, okay? But tomorrow is not promised, but I plan to live. So, ideally, I look at it that, okay, um, let me see. Let me give you guys a guesstimate. So, for an individual male between the ages of 18 and 50, um, a policy with a return on premium with $500,000 in coverage is actually less than $100 per month. And I say this because several different individuals are going to be looking at this video. So I don't want to put out like premiums and, it doesn't actually match. So I'm just giving you guys estimates of what the premiums would be for these policies. But yeah, a male between the age of 18 to 50 with an accidental death product could actually would actually pay less than $100 for $500,000 in coverage with a return on premium. So again, we're planning to live. So with that being said, he's paying this money over the course of 30 years. In the event something happens where he's in a tragic accident, his family or his beneficiary would receive $500,000. But we're planning to live. So let's say this guy, he's past that 30-year mark. That individual is now eligible to get all of the premium that he has paid out over the course of 30 years. If you know, like I know, 30 years can fly by. Yeah. And a guy that age, gainfully employed, probably is spending $100 on a month on some things that, would never bring a return back. So that's that's how I look at it. So let's just say 100 times 12, that's 1,200 over 30 years. We're looking at $36,000. So roughly, if you're 30 years old, 30 years, you're looking to retire in the next 5 years. So you would have those monies in addition to whatever else you have going on. So that's how I look at it. Again, I plan to live. So, accidental death insurance coverage with a return on premium is something where you're taking money and you're paying for this plan in the event that something happens. If a tragic accident happens, then yeah, it's going to pay out. But if nothing happens to you, you more or less are paying this money out, having it being held for when you are um, older and more mature. When you get ready, if you want to cancel that policy, you can and receive those monies back because there is a return on premium. Now, let's say, for instance, a husband and a wife, no children, both would get $500,000 in accidental death coverage. They're looking at less than $150 a month with return on premium. So 30 years from now, everyone is doing great. They have that option to pull that money if they want to cancel that policy and get that return of premium. It's just that simple. Um, 30 years go by really quickly. What I will say is this though. So for within 10 years, you are eligible to get, let's see, about 21% back with that return on premium if you were to cancel the policy. Um, in 20 years, it looks like roughly you can get about 45% of those premiums that you paid out with this return on premium benefit. It's a win-win situation, and it actually just gets better. So for that single parent um, with children, so between the ages of 18 and 50, so a single parent could get a single parent male could actually get a $500,000 policy for less than $130 per month, and then each child um, would be covered at $100,000 with an accidental death insurance policy as well. So here in this case, we have that single parent, the single dad covered, as well as um, the children. Now, a male between the ages of 18 and 50, if he wanted to go with the lesser plan, he can get $50,000 in coverage for less than $20 per month. Less than $20 per month. And if he has children, the children would be covered at 10,000. The same with now the single female, there is differences between the rates for male and female. So a female between the age of 18 and 50, single mom, could actually get a $50,000 policy for less than 15,000. I'm sorry, 15,000, less than $15 per month. And then you're looking at, and that depends on your area. It could be slightly higher, it could be slightly lower, but you're looking at around $15 per month for $50,000 in accidental death insurance coverage for mom, and then $10,000 in coverage for the children. Now, if mom wanted to get $500,000 in coverage for herself, um, she's looking at less than $90 or $90 or less per se per month, and she will be covered at 500,000. The children will be covered at 100,000. Um, So yeah, and then again, it has that return on premium. We plan to live, so those monies are just pretty much being put aside until we hit that 30-year mark. And then that's how I look at it. 30 years, that's just something that I would have, or that I have, that I've paid out into, that I can get all of my money back, no questions asked. And then finally, the last piece of the benefit that I'm going to use for an example is for that two family home. Mom's there, dad's there, and then there's kiddos there. So, with that being said, mom and dad could get covered at $50,000 for less than $30 per month. Do you hear me? Mom is covered, dad is covered. They have $50,000 in accidental death insurance coverage for less than 30 bucks per month. And then the children are also covered at the children are covered with $10,000 in coverage. Now, this is not a separate payment, or like this dad pays 30, mom pays 30. No, for the entire family. For the entire family, you're paying $30 or less. Again, these are all estimates. Because I'm talking to a huge population here, but these are estimates, but they are close to actual. um $500,000 in coverage for mom and dad, and $100,000 for the children. With this return of premium benefit, you're looking at $170 or less per month for this coverage for the entire family. And then there is that return of premium benefit. So we're planning to live. So in 30 years, you have that money that you paid into. Everyone's covered. Thank God there was no tragic accidents. And we have this money now that we can use and go on vacation. The kids are out of the house. And this is just something that we have, or maybe we want to do something nice for our children. Whatever the case may be, this is a win-win situation. You are purchasing a policy for a low amount. There is no health exams or anything like that. You call me, we put the application in, you sign, I sign, you pay your premium, your plan gets started. Individuals mentioned on that policy are covered. That's that. You select your beneficiaries. And as you continue to pay that premium, you become eligible to actually qualify to get your money back. But again, 30 years. 30 years is when you actually qualify to have 100% return of your premiums. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. We spend so much money monthly just on just like random things, or, treats, or maybe things that we don't need. But how about purchasing something that would actually take care of the family in the event there is a tragic accident? Plan to live, and in 30 years, get your money back, or however you want to do it, or just let it sit there. And then when you actually pass, that money would go so if you pass and it's not from an accident, that money goes to your kids or whoever you designate that money to go to. You have that return on premium. Once you're pretty much like vested at that point. So everything that you spent, it comes back to you. So and because of the prices of these plans, I think that it's very beneficial right now to get a plan like this. I don't want anyone going into debt or anything like that getting one of these plans, because that's not the idea of this plan. Right now, I don't have the statistics on the occurrence of accidents, but I do know that accidental death is pretty low on the totem pole in comparison to like heart attacks and strokes and cancer and, oh God, this COVID-19. So, with that being said, you are pretty much just putting money to the side. You're planning to live. You're putting a couple dollars away now, so in 30 years you can take a trip or you can do something, But I look at it like whatever I'm spending, what I'm paying for my premium, it's just pretty much getting put up for me to get my money back in 30 years because I'm planning to live. And in the event, say there's an emergency in 25 years, I would be entitled to at least 65% back of that premium that I've paid. So with that being said, I can call and say, hey, I no longer need that policy. Give me the money. And they're going to send a check for 65% of the premiums that I paid out. So, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. It's up to you to make the decision. Single moms, you can get a $200,000 policy that covers you, and your children would be covered at is it 40? Yeah, 40,000. Yep. Your children would be covered at 40,000, and you're paying less than $55 per month, or around $55 per month, and everyone's covered. And again, we plan to live, but we have kids, and as they get older, they drive and they're out with their friends, and so many things are going on. And I think it's very important to just take precautions. And this, more or less, it's a return on premium. You get your money back. It is a win-win situation. If a tragic accident happens, while we can never replace our loved ones, the funds would help to make a smoother transition. There is no scattering for resources to bury anyone because this was a tragic, unexpected event or anything like that. There is things in place. So I will conclude this video with just saying, plan to live. And planning to live is to get an accidental death insurance policy with a return on premium. Now, unfortunately, this is only available for my individuals between the ages of 18 and 50, okay? But that's the prime time to plan to live, and in 30 years, you are 100% entitled to getting your money back. So, and then just think about, what you normally would spend that $55 on as a single mom. Oh, and actually that amount so for single dad, is $55. For single mom, you're looking at about $40 per month, less than $40 actually per month, for $200,000 in coverage for yourself, $40,000 per child. Okay, husband, wife, kids, $250,000 in coverage for mom and dad. The children are also covered, and you're paying less than $92 per month. And then there's a return on premium. All right, so if you guys are interested in these products that this particular product that I'm talking about, you can call me at 313-673-9908 to schedule an appointment. I do Zoom calls. We could do everything via Zoom. As long as you have access to Zoom and you have an email, we can get the document signed and we can get your policy started right away. Also, I have a downtown Detroit location. So if you wanted to schedule an appointment to come into the office, you could do that as well. Appointments are being made also at appointments at neweraoverflow.org. You can actually send an email there. Someone will reach out to you and schedule that appointment. Now, besides this accidental death insurance benefit, I have a lot of more benefits that I can offer. So, I want to let you know that if you currently have a business with 3 employees or more, I do have group health insurance plans for you and your employees. I also have AFLAC insurance plans for you and your employees. Now, if you are an individual or a family that wants AFLAC because your job does not offer it, I also have the AFLAC plans for individuals and families. So, and then of course, there's the whole life policies. Those are policies that actually allow for you to borrow from the policies, and you can get nice benefits that accrue dividends, where you're getting a dividend check every year or things like that. So it totally depends on what you're looking for. I have term life products, and then last but not least, I'm actually working with a company who just lowered their rates. So if mom and dad are up in age and there's not, any policies out there, or maybe they're actually the prices went up for policies because of their changes in age, you want to talk to me, because I'm going to work extra hard to make sure that you have the best rate and the best plan that meets the needs for you and your family. And not only I'm going to work, but my company is going to work and ensure that your needs are met and that you are getting signed up for something that you can afford, because that's very important. Um, so yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I tried to do the whole room on Facebook thing today, and that did not work out. I'm gonna try to knock the kinks out so I can actually do a live video. But I just want to thank you for taking the time to look at this. Please, please, please consider, this is a no-brainer. Accidental death insurance with a return on premium. Plan to live 30 years from now. You get every single dime that you put in, you get that money back. And during the duration of that 30 years, your family was protected and covered in the event there was a tragic accident. So, yeah. All right. So it was a pleasure talking to everyone. Share this video. Get at me. Appointments at neweraoverflow.org. The telephone number is 313-673-9908. You can call the office 313-462-4888. We can get this done over Zoom. We can get this done in person. Someone can come out to your house. It is totally up to you. And I'm just going to drop one more price for you guys. So a $300,000 policy for mom and dad. And let's see. So mom and dad will be covered at 300. Mom and dad will be covered at 300,000, and then the children will be covered at 60,000. And that policy is actually less than $100 per month. So that's for a family of 2, mom and dad with children. So everyone's covered in that house for less than $100 a month, or maybe these are estimates, $100 or less right now. So this is something that you want to take advantage of. All right. Thank you. All right, everyone. I just pray that everyone that tuned in to this video and watched it to the end, that well, anybody that tuned in, just have a blessed day, a great week. Think about what I'm saying and just get coverage for you and your family. All right, bye.